Hi, I'm going to be teaching you about the pre-reading process and how to start teaching young children how to read. When we think about reading, we usually think about just letters put together to make words. But actually, there's a very important set of steps before this process called phonological awareness. And we usually skip it. And this is the base to everything. If you develop these skills in the correct way, you will have successful readers. Okay, so the first step that we teach is sentences. We're going to take all the sounds that we hear or words in a sentence, and we're going to play with them because we're going to start with a large picture, which is a sentence, and then we will move down into words, into syllables, into unsaid and rhyme, and lastly into phonemes. Okay, so this first video will show you how to start with sentences. Little by little, you can continue seeing the next videos to complete the next steps. So all you need to teach this to children are different colors, color objects. So I'm going to use these round wooden chips, but you can use any marker tips, you can use counter chips, you can use magnet tiles, whatever you want. Okay, so how do we start? We're going to start with sentences. And I'm going to say a sentence. I'm going to start with a very simple 3-word sentence. The cat ran. 3 words only. I can add more if I want. So I'm going to ask the child, how many words do you hear in the sentence, the cat ran? Let's finger stretch. The cat ran. 3 words in that sentence. So I'm going to ask the child to pull down one different color item for each word that he or she hears in the sentence. Okay, so I'm going to start the, and I'm going to do it facing your way. So pretending that you are the child in a mirror-like setting. The cat ran. So I'm going to ask the child to touch and say, the cat ran. This first step is called segmentation. Okay, the next step is called isolation. It's where I ask the child, which of these is the word the? Which one is the word cat? Which one is the word ran? Okay, very good. Now I'm going to move into the third step, which is the blending. What does it say here? The cat ran. Good job. Okay, the next step usually is geared toward 4 and 5-year-olds because it's a little bit tricky. And I am going to delete one of these words. So I'm going to take away this one and I'm going to ask the child, what does it say here? The cat. Very good. Now, if I take away this one, what does it say? The ran. That's a silly sentence. Now, the next step is substitution of a word. Okay, so I'm going to put away ran and I am going to put jumped here. Okay, so I'm going to ask the child, what does it say here? The cat jumped. Very good. Now, if I want to change this one, and I'm going to put away cat, and I'm going to put down dog, what does it say here? The dog jumped. Okay, this is tricky and you might think this is too hard, but actually for children it's really easy because they don't have the association that we have towards letters yet. Okay, so this is the very first step. Sentences. The big cat. Okay, now I am going to touch and say, the big cat. I am going to isolate the big cat. Which one is cat? Which one's the? Which one's big? If I put them all together, it says the big cat. Now I am going to change the word big for fat. The fat cat. The fat cat. Very good. Now I'm going to change the word cat for dog. The fat dog. The fat dog.